What's up everyone, my name is Slug and this is my Ashling build for Gigantic. In no particular order, I'm going to start left from right, starting with Slash. It's a melee attack combo that your pet does double damage to enemies struck by. You can pick between two branches, Father's Lesson or Spectral Wave. Father's Lesson increases your basic damage output by 15% if your pet recently hit someone. And Spectral Wave replaces your melee attack with a ranged projectile, which is rather short in my opinion. A lot of people seem to like Spectral Wave. I think it's kind of a safe route to go, I should say. Here, let me just show you. Alright, so it does decrease the damage. Typically a Slash would do 90. As you can see, this does 64. However, this is not really made for damage. It's more so made so when you get to the second branch, allies can either get 15% more damage or 20 armor. So let's say you send out your pet. It does also work when your pet increases damage. You can just stay back and swing away. Fairly easy. I mean, does not take much effort at all. So typically I use the Father's Lesson for the 15% more damage. As you can see, your basic melee attack does 90. Send out your pet. It's going to be a little hard to tell, but it should be around 103. Give or take one. Yeah, but just group them up, start slashing away, do plenty of damage. Let me just get out of range here. Second branch on this path is Father Flame. You deal more damage to burning enemies, or Father's Reproof, weaken enemies 5%, and it stacks up to 5 times, so that's a total of 20%. Father's Flame, you do have a burning skill yourself that we'll get to. I believe that's actually up next. However, I only suggest to get maximum effectiveness out of this. You only use it if you have like a Charnok on your team or someone that can, apply burning other than yourself. You're gonna get more out of the weakness, more survivability. You're gonna be up close. So moving on to Khador's command, we have Charge or Defenses. Charge performs a powerful melee attack, 50% more damage once every 7 seconds. In the defense, allies near Khador gain 10 armor. On the right tree, it's a very situational. If you have a good front line, I definitely suggest going this. It works well with the Spectral Wave. For melee, I wouldn't really recommend it. But if you're going to do the range build, I definitely suggest going on the right branch here. I use a Khador's Charge, and here's the burning skill we were talking about earlier. If Flick's burning, this would be once every 7 seconds whenever he does the charge. It would do 40 damage for 3 seconds. So that's 3 seconds of you doing increased damage. It is, however, a lot of damage, but like I said, I want to go weakness to have more survivability during the fights. So I typically use you can use it more often, every 3 seconds. Yeah, pretty decent damage. It's not as strong as the increased damage you would do with the burning. Moving on to Q ability Warcry, you can choose to have it interrupt the attacks and inflict a cripple or create a projectile barrier. Once again, the right side is very situational based. If you're having trouble with, say, a Monty, Beckett, Voden, any ranged character, giving you a hard time, really crushing your team, Spectral Barrier will help a lot. It's not only for range though, because if you look up at the second branch, you can give any allies inside 20 armor or have 100% crit rate. So it's pretty decent around. I typically love the interrupt and the cripples though, just to chase down people and get on top of them and kill them. And once again, love the weakness. Warcry cooldowns also great. constantly just slowing down stuff. That pairs well with next skill if you go to speed build on that. But I'm gonna go weakness. Alright, and for your E, which is into the blade, this is you summoning Khador back into your blade. You can either do Swift Return or Shielding Presence. The skill does give you 10 armor and 100 HP upon him entering. Swift Return, gain 20 stamina. It's great for situations where you need to get the hell out of there. Shielding Presence, 300 health shield. If you want to stay in there, this is also great. So, escape and stay and sustain. I typically use the shield. I love the shield, and this is also why I love it. 200 health. It doesn't have to be summoned for you to use this ability. It's just all other abilities would be set on cooldown. If I can summon him. So I'm in the middle of a fight and I'm getting pretty low on health. Boom, heal up. Going into the focus tree, we have Ghostly Might, which they'll increase 10% damage when Khador's in the blade, and Sir Khador deals 10% more damage when he's outside of the blade. And then you have Skirmishing on the other side, faster regen for stamina when in combat, and out of combat you regen health 2 seconds sooner. I typically use Ghostly Might just for increased damage. Skirmishing side, you got Pure Escapism, lose debuffs when you dodge once every 20 seconds. Pairs well with the Spectral Wave. You get that increased speed and stuff like I talked about before, and everything with that. No one's gonna get you. Hit and run, you gain 10% speed and 10 armor after using focus, lasts until you die. I typically don't use my focus all that often, so I usually don't go for those. I'd rather just have the permanent passive effect. So I usually go with Ghostly Might. Wood of Power, same thing as I said for the other. It's a after focus ability. Don't really care for those. I'd rather have 20 armor while attacking. Survivability is key. Last but not least, skill specialization. Command Performance is my go-to. Sir Khador's damage bonus for attacking your target is 20% higher. There we go. And that is my Aisling build for Gigantic. It's not the only build I use. It's just one of the main ones. It's really situational character on what you pick. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think.